concentration, creative mind, balancing left and right brain. We call it single rhythm cycle. The last will be alpha thinking.
Yeah, okay. So alpha thinking is what?
Just relax.
Just to relax.
But
okay,
be alert.
Be alert.
Yeah.
So it teaches you how to be alert.
Yes, relax but alert.
Relax but alert.
Yeah.
So that's something martial artists would like, isn't it?
Many other ancient knowledge and training do have a cross information and knowledge similar, because I need to also adopting certain information from the old knowledge. Am I correct?
Right.
Yeah. So we can.
That's very interesting. Also, you've got some information for us. And when I look at the set of questions that were given to us, you talk a lot about best time to study, brain frequency type. What's all this? And what is what's the best time to study for those of us who have kids who are going to secondary school or university? You know how they're stressed.
You see, so nowadays school life become much longer rather than having childhood period. So childhood period really reduced. Why? Because they have tuition until even 10 o'clock. I don't know, it's like a shift worker.
Right.
So I suggest for them to hours, 10 hours equal to studying in daytime, better study in morning 4 to 5 o'clock. So when you study 4 to 5 o'clock, 1 hour, exactly the power is equal to 10 hours in a daytime. So why don't we use the golden time?
Well, this 4 to 5 in the morning or 4 to 6, is it also taken off the fact that if you look at Islamic science, they say that you have to wake up very early in the morning to pray, or your subuh prayers, and they say that you're alert around that time and it's a good time to pray at the time. Is this got something to do with it?
Even the ancient Indian Ayurvedic Siddhars, they wake up 4 o'clock. Nabi Muhammad, peace upon him, they all wake up 3:50, for example, and they become very intelligent, very nice. They build many things.
Right.
So it's similar. Yeah.
So it's taken from a lot of ancient or traditional or religious knowledge that waking up very early in the morning
equal to 10 hours in daytime. So that
it's equal to 10 hours in the daytime.
Rather you are studying 10 hours in daytime, you make it 1 hour.
Does it work? Have you seen results from that?
Our result, for example, students are getting 15 marks, 12 marks. Within 10 days can score more than 88 marks. Miracle. And they say, I'm not doing anything. Just wake up morning. I was taking the best period of brain activeness.
Right. So it's got nothing to do with some secret technique.
Nothing. It's just about nature. Tips, procedure, strategy, and it should match with the scientific verification. That's it.
Now when people engage you for your services to train them or to teach them the 7 steps, how long does that? It takes 2 days.
2 days.
2 days. But I mean, just by giving people stuff like this, it's so easy. Once you give it to them, what happens after? It's like, okay, saying if I'm selling you a product, is there like an after-sales service? Is there things like
we do have, Jared, for example.
It sounds very cheesy when I say after-sales service, maybe.
Anyway, it's good to support. Support. Rather than service and so. It's a service and support. What we do 2 types. One, we train, we leave you alone.
Right.
You take care of yourself with the techniques. Second, we train, we take care 1 year. We take care school, students, parental, based on the arrangement. So every month we meet up for 1 hour. Kind of a review, affirming the techniques, or some techniques we can change it for certain groups of students and so on. So we do have a 1 year support frame, and school can invite us to create even a club intelligent in the school.
Right.
We can nurture them, the students.
By talking to him, I spoke to him the other day. He's a very good-natured person. You've got nothing, nothing bad to say about anyone. Or you're not into all that.
Sometimes I do get angry.
So I don't want to be there.
Okay.
But for now, I mean, doing what you do, well, as a trainer or as someone who started all this and going around teaching people, what are the challenges you face as someone who's trying to help other people or doing this as a career?
Okay, for example, now
I'm sorry, I'm not using this trying to help other people, because inevitably we're helping ourselves.
Yeah, exactly. It needs to help me as well. So the challenges are very straightforward, as normal as other products entering market, brand new, just we are 7th year, just about 7 years, it's a baby. So people ask question. Are you okay? Can this be achieved?
Right.
We're talking about 2 days and 7 minutes per day at home. So this happened.
Right.
So we did go through with the track record, testimonies. We record in video and written format. And in fact,
Right. We'll take a short break, and when we come back, we'll find out more about Elin and ISOM, or the Institute or Intelligence Society of Malaysia, right here at the Nation. He's the founder and president. We'll come back and find out about how he designs schools. Apparently, he's into designing schools and universities. You came together with you
architect,
right?
design.
Did you do it on your own or with friends?
That we have support.
With support. So we're going to come back and find out what these universities are about, what designs for universities and schools, right after this, right here at the Nation. Terima kasih. Sama-sama. Terima kasih. Sama-sama. Sama-sama.
Satu Malaysia. Girang gembira atau penuh kejutang, paparan kegairahan, laporan sukan dan bersempadan, wadah bertenaga dan terkini, sukan at Bernama TV.
Good morning, Malaysia, and welcome back to The Nation. I'm Jared Ratnam, and we're talking about the Intelligence Society of Malaysia. We're joined by the founder and president of that society, Elan. He's been very interesting this morning, giving us some breathing techniques. Well, from there, let's very quickly talk about the design of universities and schools. Apparently, you've come up with some sort of a design. What's this all about?
Yeah, you see, we have a very good big university nowadays.
Yeah.
The input for the university are students, and they're from primary, secondary school, right?
Right.
So we need to now care about the size, the space, and the design of the schools for us to get a good input students, primary, secondary, towards to our big, very well established universities.
Right.
So we provide complementary, idea techniques supported by our architect expert. How to do the landscape, what the tree plants.
Yeah, is this got something to do with Vastu? No.
Not Vastu.
No.
It's about tree impacting brain.
Right.
Tree impacting smell, which impact the emotions of the students. Yeah, for example.
So that's very interesting.
Yeah, it's a botanical base.
Well, speaking of universities and schools, I understand you've done something for MIMOS, which has helped them.
Not done. Yeah, we are proposing. So what we can do? Yeah, exactly.
So what have you proposed to a company like MIMOS?
See, there are a lot of kids inventing things.
Right.
And we found sometimes certain organization take 2 years, 3 years to invent new products, intellectual property, IP for the world market.
Right.
So what we are invented now with the support of the Seven Secret Rhythm company, mindpreneurship, 7 days retreat program, only for scientists.
Right.
10 people, for example. Our challenge is for them to invent new things, brand new idea, can create IP and test to the overseas market.
Right.
So we can do this for big research centers, company like MIMOS, for example, and even GLCs. Yeah.
Well, what can your company or society offer colleges and universities?
Oh yeah, see, they are in between from studying and towards to working or business groups. All right. So we need to have a good transit of the entire conscious and mindset. So we have a one-day programs.
Now, but when you have a one-day program
for university and college, and these are sponsored by some of our sponsor. For example, Lincoln University sponsoring for school students.
You've got sponsors who come in.
They're coming in. Very good support. Ramsey, some college universities, Quest International
they're all
University of Para, they're coming to support community.
Right.
QI Limited group founder and CEO, Managing Director Dr. Vijay Iswaran, for example. And two is group, for example, Rich Minds Incorporated Singapore. The founder Mark Iswar were working with us quite some times. And he said we need to bring this to especially to outskirt school, to local universities, to students who need this to perform better in the world market. And we have a number of new companies, and we invite more companies, more companies, corporate, so that they can.
I don't know if we have his number and his contact details. If we do, can we put that on Super? But what you're doing too, it's also very interesting to know that when you talk to people, you need to convince them that this works. And then you say, I'd like to help you, but at the end you say, this is how much we charge. So how do you find a balance? Because when you start talking about helping, and then you say, this is how much it costs, of course it predominantly happens with everyone.
Exactly.
I'm just thinking out loud and asking you this because...
Yeah, it's a two category. One, fully sponsored program, schools and colleges. Second, corporate world. We do have a company to issue a quotation bill and acquire those payments.
So I've met many companies, and when people pitch for work or bring out an idea to someone, there's always a problem, and you always have an advantage if you're a foreign company from a Western country.
Okay.
Do you have that problem when you pitch?
We had that 6 years ago.
He's a Malaysian, let's not take him seriously. He's American, he has to be good.
And now, finally, after 70 of operation in Malaysia, we have done 10 countries.